D.C. metro right now. Brennan and myself are on our way into D.C. We were going to go to Mount Vernon today, but it's been really rainy and gross outside, so we're going to go to the Washington Mall, or the National Mall, to check out the Smithsonian, the Museum of Natural History, maybe see the National Monument and Lincoln Memorial. We're just going to explore D.C. today, and this is fun. I haven't been on the metro in a very long time. This is the Ronald Reagan International Airport. This is where Brennan came to pick me up, right down there just a couple days ago. I'm passing right by it. If I had known that this train stopped here, I probably could have hopped on this and made the transition a little bit easier the other day. Although we did go to Brennan's grandma's house, we didn't go directly to her uncle's house, which is where we are staying. Wow, they have a lot of construction going on down there. That's crazy. I guess that was technically the Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, but in the distance you can see the Washington Monument. There's the Jefferson Memorial, and that's where we're heading. I think our next stop is going to be the one that we get off on, and I think transfer to a different line. Alright, so we just got off the train. We got off the yellow line. We need to go downstairs, and then I think we need to switch over to the silver line to make that connecting train over to the Smithsonian. Are you excited? So that line was up there, and now we're coming down here to catch our train, which hopefully arrives in a couple minutes. Okay, correction, we're gonna take this blue line because it goes to the same place that the silver line would go, which is just gonna be the next stop, the Smithsonian. Yay, we did it, we navigated the metro system here in DC. We made it to the Smithsonian, gonna hop out, maybe grab some lunch, and go visit the museums. All right, so we just popped up right there. We're orienting ourselves on the map here of the Capitol. There's the Washington Monument right back there, which is right here. Right next to us is the Smithsonian. Across the way is the Natural History Museum. There's the Smithsonian over there. And then the Capitol is way down at the end of the mall, right down there. We want to try to find somewhere to eat. Brennan's saying that we may just go to the Natural History Museum just to see if they have like a food court of sorts there. But I guess we'll
try and
find out, yeah.
These kinds of places have a bunch of small like cafes or like delis and stuff. That'd be really cool.
Last time I was here,
sick. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Last time I was here, they had little food trucks, but because it's raining, maybe they're not out. But I guess we're gonna explore and find out. All right, there's a better view of the Washington Monument. There's the Natural History Museum. Having trouble saying that today. Smithsonian's right over here, and then the Capitol's way down there, kind of hidden by the smog today. All right, so there's the Natural History Museum. It's really muddy everywhere we're walking in the National Mall today. This is the refreshment area outside, so we're gonna go see what they have over there, if there's anything delicious. Oh my god, there's so much mud. Okay, so we're gonna come back to that in a little bit. I think we're gonna try to find a different food option, something a little bit more upscale. This is the Smithsonian. We're gonna head to, I guess it's not upscale at all, we're gonna go to a Five Guys, which is like a block behind the Smithsonian. So we went inside the Smithsonian because there was a sign that said there was a cafe in there, but the sandwiches were kind of small and dinky and expensive.
And cold.
And we want something hot, so we're gonna go to Five Guys. So we just came from over there. There's a train down there, and we're coming to the plaza over here, which ironically is the stop that we took to make our connecting train to get dropped off at the Smithsonian. So we could have just walked up and gotten off here and eaten here, but we didn't know the various food options that we'd have, or the limited ones around the National Mall. All right, so after much walking around, we found this plaza that has a bunch of different food options. I think there's a Panda Express back there. There's a Five Guys. There's a Moe's. Lots of shopping options too. So let's see what we can find to eat. Hi, Brennan.
Hi.
So we went to Charlie's back there because they have delicious cheesesteaks. And look at this. We got ourselves some teriyaki cheesesteaks, and this is a ultimate fry concoction here with bacon and ranch and cheddar cheese, it looks like. Got ourselves some Cokes too. It does smell really good. That is hot. That tastes really good. So after we finish up here, I think we're gonna make our way back to the National Mall, hopefully do a museum, and kind of enjoy that, try to get out of the weather here. This was kind of a ways of a walk over here, but I think it's worth it. All right, that was a delicious lunch all the way down there. We had trouble finding it because all around us, this whole area seems to be either empty or under construction or having renovations or improvements or something. So we walked around for a little bit trying to find out where all these, because they have signs that say 40 shops and restaurants all over the place, but then they're like, they don't tell you where to go.
Yeah,
and so we had to go down there.
Usually in a big city, or at least like where we are, you can always tell what's a public area based off of like where all the foot traffic is. So I was just like, I see the signs, but I don't see the people, and I'm just like, is it trying to show us restaurants that are inside like work establishments that are just like public areas, but they're not for like us? And I was just like, I'm so confused.
We found it, which is good.
Yeah.
So now we need to make it all the way back to the National Mall. It does stink because I think the metro does let off down there. So if we had got off when we initially got off, we could have just had lunch and saved a lot of time. But
yeah, but we had no idea.
We'll be okay. So off to the Smithsonian.
I feel so much better now that I've, you know, peed, eaten, blown my nose. I'm just a hot, sick mess right now. And poor Roy's putting up with me.
I'm having fun. This is great.
We're doing it.
Alright, so we're about to go back inside the Smithsonian. I say back inside because we were in there for like a millisecond to see if we could get some food in there. But it finally stopped raining, so here we are over by the Washington Monument. It's cool, like the top of it is literally hidden in the clouds, I guess, just because of how rainy it is right now. And then right behind us is the Capitol building all the way over there. So that's cool. That's somewhere that I didn't go when I came here a couple months ago. It's all the way down by the Capitol, but I think they had some protests and stuff going down there because we just kind of made it from around here, actually, all the way down to the Lincoln Memorial at the end.
Cold hands. Is this the first time that we've been in a vlog together where it wasn't California?
In a vlog together that wasn't California?
Yeah.
You just mean out of Orlando?
Yeah, like, because we travel, but like, I don't think we've vlogged together outside of California and Orlando.
Now we have.
Look at us.
Alright, back by the Natural History Museum. There's the Capitol down at the end there. Gonna head inside the Smithsonian here and see what they have. I'm kind of excited. They have some cool displays here. Hi, Brennan.
Hi.
So we're back inside the Smithsonian here. They have a nice Christmas tree. Over there is where we went earlier to try to get some food, but it was a little bit too expensive, and it was just kind of cold cut sandwiches. So time to explore the Smithsonian here. Alright, so we made it into one of the main rooms over here. So this is the Smithsonian Castle. Like all good castles, it has many surprises, some right in this gallery. Here you'll see a tantalizing sample of the breadth and depth of the Smithsonian's vast collections. Aardvarks, pandas, presidents, the planets, rockets, moon rocks, gems, bugs, biodiversity. The Smithsonian has it all. We offer a wealth of inspiring, engaging experiences for learners of all ages and interests. This is cool. So this room looks like it could have been some sort of a chapel of sorts. The architecture in here is just beautiful. Look at this. I'm being really, really quiet right now, trying not to disturb anybody else trying to read or look at cool things and displays. You can see the Museum of Natural History right across the street, right there. This room is beautiful. It's really hard to showcase and identify a lot of the things that they have on display here because it really ranges from clay models, marble models, taxidermied animals, to pictures, to posters, to sculptures, to really everything. There's just a little bit of everything in this room, and so it's kind of hard to showcase, but it's actually very interesting. Alright, so we just got out of the Smithsonian Castle, kind of the welcome center, got a couple maps of the area. We're running a little bit low on time. Oh, there's a lot of mud and water over here. Look at all that. So we're gonna run across the way to the Natural History Museum just to make sure we do that one today. Thankfully, it finally stopped raining on us, which is really nice because we only have one umbrella. We brought two, but I left one on the metro earlier, and I feel really bad about it because it was Brennan's uncle. This place was undergoing a lot of construction work last time, and it looks like it's still got a lot of scaffolding on it, but the inside is still pretty fun. This definitely makes me want to rewatch Night at the Museum and National Treasure again, because those are just two of the best movies ever. All right, this is beautiful. I wish we could spend all day here. This is like my kind of place to hang out. When was the last time you were here?
5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, well, let's go do some exploring of some natural history. Looks like we are starting with mammals. What a good place to start. Look at that guy. Look at those guys. There was a bunch of cool animals over here. We had giraffes and lions, gazelles, hippos. This is just a giant museum here with so many cool and interesting, relevant oddities, I guess, and interesting factoids. So we just came from the mammal exhibit into the ocean exhibit, which has a lot of really interesting facts and displays about ocean life, obviously. We have some skeletons over there. We have some, well, I guess not taxidermied whales. I don't think you can do that. But just a lot of really interesting things on display. There's going to be no possible way I can showcase really any, if not any of this at all. Honestly, we just came from the Human Origins exhibit, which is really crowded. It's a very busy day here today for some reason. But gonna do my best, gonna show off a couple highlights and what we thought about maybe a room that we walk into or something. But for the most part, well, there she is. I gotta find Brennan. I gotta make sure we stay together because it's busy here tonight. Hi. You have a favorite thing that you've seen so far?
I like the evolution area.
Really?
Yeah.
Just seeing that on display and just how it showed it off?
It's just like one of those things where like a lot of people don't like to talk about it. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say, but I just find it so interesting because some people just don't go into it, and it's just so cool to see the changes over time.
All right, so we found a map here. Looks like a lot of this is closed for renovation or blocked out. We came through the mammal exhibit, through the Human Origins exhibit. We're in the Ocean Hall right now. This is the first floor, so maybe we can, let's see, go to a different floor. Maybe explore around here a little bit. Maybe we'll go up to a different floor. All right, so up on the second floor here. Darn, see, there is a cafe here that we probably could have eaten at earlier. But they have objects of wonder, dinosaurs, mummies.
I want to see the mummies.
Oh God, I'm scared of mummies.
I know you are.
So we're in the objects of wonder area right now, which is a lot of just very miscellaneous stuff in it. It's kind of hard to describe kind of what it is because it has everything from pottery to skeletons to all sorts of stuff, uniforms and taxidermied animals. All right, so we made it to the dinosaur exhibit, and this gentleman over here is, I guess, observing mastodonte, recovered from Florida in the 1890s. Mastodon lived even in Florida during the Pliocene. I can't see the rest of that, but looks like he's inspecting mastodonte. All right, this is the exhibit that I've been waiting for. None other than the T-Rex. Look at this guy, or girl. It is enormous. We have a lot of little factoids here that we can learn about the T-Rex, and then right behind it is a Triceratops. This is really cool to see too. I like dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs.
I do want to see the mummy museum.
I'm scared. Let's go. What do you like about mummies?
It's just so intriguing.
They're scary. Look at them all. I wish I could show a lot more than I am, but it is just so busy in here, Brennan. I have no idea why. I mean, it's a popular museum, I know, but I didn't think it'd be this busy.
I know, and it closes in 30 minutes too.
Now we're walking around the insect area, I believe, in the rainforest display. This part is really cool. They actually have some live animals in some of these little displays. This room has a lot of really cool skeleton displays. Like that is enormous. And that too. Over here are the gem displays, which we didn't get to. There's definitely kind of a lot about this place. It's very hard to film, capture, experience. Didn't film the Human Origins exhibit because it just, I've already said this, it was so crowded you can't really even, you can barely even read anything, much less pull your camera out and check it out. But it's been cool to just come in and enjoy and walk around and stuff. Like, I don't know, but this has been cool. So that's where we just were, and we came over here to this rail because this is the ocean exhibit. We kind of just walked through the back of that. The Human Origins evolution exhibit is back there, and the mammal exhibit's back over here. So we didn't really get to walk through this, so this is a cool little aerial view of what it looks like in here. And then this is the start of the mammal exhibit. This is where we kind of walked through and went back there, and then back there in the back, that's the Human Origin exhibit. This is cool. I didn't know that each one of these had kind of like a balcony where you could kind of come and see an overview of each of the displays. All right, so we're back on the first floor. Hi, Brennan. So that exhibit is closed back there. This is the entrance. That's where we came in. Over here, this is the mammal exhibit, which in the back of that is, again, the Human Origins exhibit. This is Ocean Hall right back here. And then the second floor, the kind of the gym area is up there, as well as the mummy exhibit, the insects, the skeletons, the bone section. So this has been really cool, really interesting. A lot of stuff is still under refurbishment here, and we didn't get to see everything, didn't even film most of it at all, but it was still fun to see.
Yeah, you just experienced our day walking around DC today.
Yeah. It was a nice day.
You got to see us on the metro and walking around, eating lunch. This is our day.
But speaking of the metro, we got to make our way back to it because we got to go home for dinner. What? Wow, the sun is almost set, so we're almost completely dark here, but we're making it back to the metro station over here that we took to get over here. And then back to Brennan's uncle's place for some dinner with the family. It was a cool little trip around DC, checking out some of the Smithsonian museums. There were some cool things that I read about that the Smithsonian has that I didn't see here, although we didn't check out all the museums that they have by any means. They have a lot.
The Natural History Museum, so any like historical artifacts are probably at different ones, which I would like to go to that one next time.
Just like those kind of novelties and stuff. But I had a really good day today. This was very pleasant, and it was different than my last trip here just a couple months ago, so that was cool. Didn't do the exact same thing that I did last time. Got to do some different stuff. The Washington Monument is still shrouded in fog. Our little station's right over there. This is cool. I don't think I've ever walked around at night on the National Mall. I don't think I ever have. I think I've just been here during the daytime. Alright, so we made it to the station. I think we went on the wrong side by accident because we need to be on that train going in that direction. So we may not make this one, but we may make the next one at least. Alright, we made it. Right now we're trying to go from the Smithsonian stop to this stop right here. Then we're going to transfer to the yellow line to go all the way down to Huntington. Alright, and here we go. This is our yellow line metro. We got to take this all the way down to Huntington, which is going to be our final stop, and how we're going to hitch a ride back to Brennan's uncle's place. It's really hard to see because of my shadow, but way over there is the view that we saw going in, the Lincoln Memorial, and then again covered in fog is the Washington Monument, and the way back there is going to be the Capitol. It's really cool. There's a lot of traffic on that bridge, which is what we are currently avoiding. Alright, so the next stop is going to be our stop. It's the end of the line for history. So we did it. We survived the DC Metro, the rainy day, the crowds, the trying to navigate and orient ourselves all around, and it was fun. I had a really good time today. It's a lot different than the last time that I came, which was kind of my goal, you know, do something different, have a different experience with it. Because last time we Ubered, we walked up and down the mall, we saw the monuments. This time we did a lot of different stuff. But thank you for hanging out with us today. Gonna give an indie video here because we're gonna go and have dinner with her family back at her uncle's house. Alright, we made it, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. I'll see you guys, I don't know, tomorrow. We'll kind of see what we end up doing. Every day's just kind of taking it little by little, because today we were gonna go hang out at Mount Vernon. Didn't really happen, but we had a pretty good day anyway.